Well, this is a video that almost didn't happen. I had nothing filmed all week, and I had been thinking about all different things that would be interesting, and I just couldn't come up with anything until Friday when I went to my parents' house when I normally see them on Sunday, and I started going through stuff in my old bedroom and kind of talking about old memories I had and showing you stuff from when I was a kid and just some random thoughts. So let's get started. Well, I decided to pick up the camera and talk to you. I am cooking. Can you guess what I'm cooking by looking at it? Probably not. What do you think this is? If you were to guess. I know it's not easy to figure out. Anyways, I'm making sloppy joes, okay? It's gonna last me a couple days, so that's good because I'm here by myself. What can I tell you? Oh, you know what? I just went to the grocery store yesterday. I'll show you some wine that I like, if you're interested in wine. So if you're looking for some wines that aren't too terribly expensive, this one's a really good red. This empathic red. I actually didn't know anything about this. I picked it because of this seal thing that they had in it, which I thought was interesting, and it says it's from Chile. And it's a red, and I really like it. It has a nice smoky flavor. I have not tried this Melbeck yet, so I'm gonna try that one later. I just wanted to share this recipe with you if you're curious. I've never made sloppy joes before. I think when I grew up it was always like a mix that my mom made. And did you know that curry powder was an ingredient in sloppy joes? I've never heard of that before. Okay, I think it might be ready. Let's go see this. Oh, this is my new nails. I got a light pink kind of color. See that? Well, I am in my old bedroom at my parents' house. I would have been in high school here in junior high. I moved here when I was 13. But I was going through some of my old stuff here because a lot of the stuff from when I was in high school or when I was a kid is still here at their house. So I was going through it, and guess what I found? I found one of my old prom dresses. My junior prom dress, you know, so there's junior prom and then there's senior prom. So it would have been the first one. I believe I was 17 when I wore this. So I hung it up here how it was. So the night before prom, I had hung my dress right here. It is kind of like a periwinkle blue purpley color, and this is just some like glitter on it. I would have to have somebody help with the back of the dress because it has this funny zipper, and then it laces up with these strings, these little strings. For the most part, it fits. I'm not gonna go ask my mom to help me get in my old prom dress, okay? She's gonna ask me what I'm doing. You can see how it had these strings that like tied up in the back here, so it was like an open back. And so somebody had to kind of tie it and zip the side up for me. Maybe I'll try to find a picture. Here is the old bottle of perfume that I used to wear in high school. They don't even make this anymore. It's pink from Victoria's Secret. And it was my second bottle of it. The tiniest bit is left. You can see it's gone bad now since then, but this was my favorite perfume. I wonder why they don't make it anymore. So I was digging through my closet and I found something I thought you might find interesting. When I was in high school, I took a black and white photography class. So I had to develop the film in the darkroom, and we had our own like darkroom at school, but only like juniors and seniors could be in this class. So for the finals, our project was to take a poem or a story, one that we wrote or one that we found, and take pictures that would go along with that. And we had to have them on a board. So my dad actually wrote this poem, and he kind of helped me take the pictures. So So let me just show you, because the teacher like was amazed with this. And I'm gonna just do a close-up for you with, let me hold the camera. So it goes like this. Do you have a ghostly twin? Notice there's me here and me here. We did a double exposure thing. And since it was dark outside, we could do it in the car in the driveway. Okay. So, do you have a ghostly twin that goes to places you can't get in? Here's me holding a knife, like I'm a ghost over my mom. Okay. That does the things, and it's me, to me with our hands touching, that you can't do. Here's me looking at a picture of me. This was an actual drawing that was done of me when I was in Italy with my family. When I was 15, one of the street people sat there and drew a portrait of me. I'll go in the hall and show that to you later. So, and then in the middle here we have me just kind of in two places as a ghost. Do you have a ghostly twin that goes to places you can't get in? That does the things that you can't do, but in the end, the ghost is you. So I got an A for this. Anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought I would share that with you, since we're having a walk down memory lane today. So when I was a kid, my favorite TV show was I Dream of Jeannie. I think it was just like the idea of having like a secret magical creature living in your house, and she was attractive and he was trying to pretend like he wasn't interested in her, and it was always just like silly problems, you know, like nothing stressful, just silly problems. And it was just my favorite TV show. Anyways, the reason why I'm telling you this is because I had a genie bottle when I was a kid. They made a toy genie bottle. And so I have it here, I found it. So here is the toy genie bottle. I don't know what happened to the cap, but I think what is it, opens up. Can I do this with one hand? Yeah, see, it opens up and there's like the genie thing inside. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So I was sitting and I was thinking about like when I was a kid and like stuff like that, and it's like, I never really had that many friends. When I was a kid, I only had like 2 or 3 friends really. And I guess it's not really any different now. So I never had like a good group of friends that went and hung out. That's just never been part of my life. I know for some people, it's gonna be hard for them to believe that I have social anxiety disorder just because they've seen me out in flashy outfits. You know, you've seen me out at the clubs in a sequin jumpsuit, you know, dressed up better than anyone else. And you think, well, that must mean that I'm super outgoing and this and that. And even though I'm outgoing in my own way, I'm not outgoing like socially, you know what I mean? And so in reality, when you dress up, it's actually like a shield. It's actually like a wall. Because when you're dressed up like that, people talk to you differently. They talk to you with more respect. They talk to you like they're intimidated by you. Sometimes they talk to you like you're a celebrity. And with that comes the wall. You know what I'm saying? So it's really more of like a safety thing than like, oh, I'm showing off, I'm so cool, which I don't do that. You know, so I just found something that made me feel good and I can enjoy, you know. It's not a I'm better than you thing. It's just like a fun thing. It's something that I found that I did well, and it also got more of the respect that I was looking for and the wall, you know what I'm saying? So it actually helps with my anxiety to dress up and go out. I know it sounds weird. So I found an old photo album that my mom has. So I've just been sitting here looking at it, and it's brought back a lot of old memories from when I was a kid. And I was just thinking about 2 of my old best friends. They were sisters, and they used to live across the street from us in our old house, not this house, but the other house we grew up in before we moved here. And it was such a great setup for us, you know, having our best friends across the street, and we did everything together. We took dance classes together, pottery classes together. So anyways, I found some pictures of one of our dance recitals, so I thought I would share it with you. So here we are, all dressed up and ready for the dance recital. Here in the middle is me. I don't know how old I was, I can go look. Anyways, over here we are. So here's my sister, here's me, here was my best friend, and this was her best friend. We didn't get to pick the songs we danced to, we didn't get to pick our costumes. The dance, you know, studio picked that. It's sad when you think about it, how close you used to be to somebody, and now they're like a complete stranger in your life. Like, they don't really know you anymore, and you don't really know them, and you know, you kind of know stuff about them because you see them on Facebook or something. You can spy on them on the internet. And they're married now, and they have kids, and they have great jobs, and you know, I have nothing like that in my life. You know, I'm not married, I don't have kids, I don't have this great career, and it's just funny to see how things just turned out so differently when we grew up the same way. You know, we grew up with our families as best friends, and why did their life go seemingly so much better than mine and my sister's? Why do some people seemingly have things much easier than others and be given opportunities that other people don't have? And I think we need to realize that, you know, the way things happen for people is because somebody gave them an opportunity. You know, it's like, well, somebody had to have given you that job, you know, they had to have accepted you. Somebody had to have allowed you to be their girlfriend or their boyfriend. They had to have given you that chance. And if people just keep passing on you and you never get that chance, then you're really never going to be able to move forward or be successful, because everything starts with a chance. And yes, you can be an amazing person and you can believe in yourself and keep trying, but if that opportunity is never given to you, then how are you really going to advance? I don't know, it's just something I think about. Hi. I'm just getting a shot here if you're drawing.
It's Hector.
Yeah, your friend Hector drew this.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah, it does look like you.
Yeah.
It's a nice picture.
I've been chilling.
So what kind of stuff have you been up to?
Went hung out with my friend Chris for a while. A few days.
Yeah.
Drank. I've been hanging at home, trying to lose weight, get in shape. My spirit guides are fixing my aura, but they're almost done.
How will you know when it's done?
Well, I'll feel a lot better. Feel like super better.
Yeah.
For a long time I felt like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm doing alright.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Why do you say it like that?
Did you not know I was drinking?
I can tell. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, of course.
What are you drinking?
I'm just drinking vodka.
Vodka?
Yeah.
Where?
Vodka and Gatorade. Right here.
Where's the vodka at?
Kristen, why would you want to know?
I thought you might offer me some.
Did you actually want to name it? You can go buy your vodka, Kristen. Yeah.
I'm a guest visiting you. I can't have some vodka?
Not actually that much money.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Did you want vodka? Okay,
Thank you for sharing, Rachel. I just thought...
want vodka?
I just thought you might be nice.
Okay.
It didn't have to be... It doesn't have to be very much. It doesn't have to fill up my glass.
I'm not generous when it comes to alcohol.
I know that there was a lot of concern over here about you.
Why?
That you hadn't come home in a few days.
Oh, there's concern about that, was there?
And I did see some of your posts were a little unusual.
Like, delete the weird ones, okay.
Can I say it?
What? What? Person?
What is this about a sex master?
Okay, does that matter?
I do need to know this because I thought it was really interesting.
There's some man who told me one time that he was my sex master. Is that it? Nice hard to learn.
I just thought, why do you throw all your stuff on the floor like
I mean, I've been meaning to clear this up. Okay. I mean, clear this up.
Well, I found some old pictures. And I haven't looked at these in years. These are from high school. I shouldn't tell you this, but it's kind of true. I only like one type of guy. I only have one type. Whenever I've tried to go for guys that weren't that type, it would just never work out. And like, I wasn't even that upset about it because it's like, you're not really my type anyways. I was just seeing if I could convince myself. This would have been in the back of the limo coming back after prom. And this was senior prom, so it's not the dress you saw me putting on. This would have been at prom while we were dancing and somebody took our picture. And that is me with my old high school boyfriend. Well, I just found my old prom video. Not my junior prom, but the senior prom. Not the dress I tried on. I don't even know where my senior prom dress is. I don't know. I looked for it and I couldn't find it. I just watched the video. It was really weird. It just kind of shows me that I've always been the same person. I've always had the same sense of humor. I've always been a little bit sexual. I've always been like that. That's not anything because of anything else in my life. That's really like part of who I've always been. Maybe that's why I kind of got drawn into some of the stuff I've been involved with, I guess. I don't know. I guess I have to think about that a little bit more. But it's not like making videos is new for me, you guys. Like, I've always made videos. I was always known for making videos. Like, I made videos when I was a kid. I used to make my friends be part of it. Like, we used to put on little skits. Yeah, I've always been like this. This is not new. No one really saw it before, and now, like, I'm sharing it with a bunch of people. So, it's just different. Everything's just different. But it's interesting when you watch the clip from the prom video, is you can see my old bedroom. See, it would be filmed in this bedroom here. Okay, so you'll see the part where I come into this door right here, and then I had like a dresser here with a boombox on it, and this is right where we will be standing and talking. But you'll see how my room used to be dark purple. I just thought I would share this with you. This is the before the prom interview. This is what we did.
Oh, okay. I think it looks really good on her.
What's your favorite part of it? That's Kristen's
the
part.
whole thing.
The boobs? Because that's Kristen's favorite part.
Central.
Yeah. What do you think of her hair?
I think it looks really good. She doesn't like it though.
Are you lying?
You don't like
Ask
it?
him if he's. Make sure he doesn't lie to the camera.
He's not lying.
I'm not lying.
So Kristen, how do you feel about Chris tonight?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't he just irresistible?
Do you think she's really hot?
Yes.
How hot?
Like she needs to remove some clothes or something.
Oh. Well, that could be happening tonight.
Lately, I've been thinking that I was just born in the wrong time period. Seems like everything I'm drawn to is like from the 50s, you know, from the movies to the clothing. And I realized that all that stuff was like glamorized in movies and like it probably really wasn't that way. But then I kind of like fantasize about what if I could travel back in time and just visit it for one day and see what it was really like. Like, wouldn't that be interesting? What time period would you go and visit for one day if you could? Well, I never have any idea how these videos are going to evolve. They just kind of fall into place and I just kind of piece them together. And it went from thinking I was gonna have absolutely nothing this week into being something kind of cool. kind of like it a little bit. I had no idea I was going to show you my prom video, okay? I didn't think we were going to go there. We went a couple places this week that I didn't think I was going to go, but I fell into it and I went with it. And I guess that's life. So I hope you appreciate getting to know me a little bit better, figuring out what makes me me, why I'm silly and weird and think the way I do. Well, all right, wild animals. I will see you next time.